Welcome to another Do It Easy Guide tutorial. My name is Sanjeeva. Today I'm going to discuss about how to install WordPress on your local computer, which is Windows. I am running Windows 7 with WAMP server. Alright, so as you know, WordPress is a CMS. What is CMS? CMS means content management system. Means you can create any kind of website using WordPress. It can be a business site, or maybe a newspaper site, magazine site. Basically it can be a personal blog or site about your company, anything. So you can create any kind of website using WordPress. And so if you're going to install WordPress on your local computer, WordPress have some basic requirement. I have this as basic illustration to make you easily understand what I'm talking here. So initially WordPress need these three things. First one is WordPress need a web server. Web server means it's where you host all your web files, and we can access those files through a browser. So we need the web server. So Apache is most popular web server, so we are going to use this web server. And then WordPress need to have a database, because WordPress saving all the content inside the database. So we are going to use MySQL as our database server. And then WordPress needs to have a scripting language, a server-side scripting, client-side scripting. So that's how WordPress communicate with database and front-end and executing functions. So it needs a scripting language to run WordPress. So it means we have to have these three things in our computer before we are going to install WordPress: Apache, MySQL and PHP. So if you like, you can install these three things separately, or we have one package, one software which comes as a bundle with these three things. So it is called WAMP. So in WAMP, W means for Windows, A for Apache, M for MySQL, P for PHP. So if we install WAMP, means we can prepare our local computer to install WordPress. Okay, so first you need to download WAMP. So inside Google, just search on WAMP. So you can the first search result, you can go to the WAMP website, and there you can go to this download section, or you can just click here, start using WAMP server. Here you have two versions: WAMP server 32-bit version and WAMP server 64-bit version. Okay, so if you know what that means, just go to your My Computer and right click there, just check there. So system type, so if it is 64, it will say 64, otherwise it will say 32. So my system is 64-bit system, so means so I have to go with this one. Let's just download this one. Alright, so these are the download location. If you don't wish it, you can download it directly. Yeah, let's download it directly. Okay, so it's starting to download. Nice. Okay, it's 41 megabytes. So let's download it. Okay. Oh, alright. So it's completed. So let's go to the folder. Okay, so let's install WAMP. Okay, so let's double click this one. So just for information, this WampServer 2.5, you can't install it on XP, you have to install it on Windows 7. So just keep in mind, if you are going to install it on XP, you have to download earlier version of WAMP. So but I'm running Windows 7, so it's fine to install for me on this one. So I accept the agreement and next. So this is important, the location of installation folder, so it's C and WAMP folder. So under C, WAMP, so it will create a folder here called WAMP. So I'm gonna go to next. So create a desktop icon, yes, next, and you can install it. Okay, so it's completed. So this point it's asking please choose your default browser. If you are not sure, just click open. So it's asking to choose our browser, so let's just click open it. Okay, because it's fine. So it has already selected this explorer.exe, so I'm gonna just click open it. Okay, so important, at this point or from the next point, so here these details are fine, these are email settings, so you can just keep whatever the details which are there. So I'm going to click next. Okay, so in this point, if you get a error message like this, the program can't start because this msvcr110.dll is missing. So if you get a error message like this, it means your system has missing this DLL file. So if you face this error, you have to install these 3 files. If you are running Windows 64, if you are running 32-bit, you have to install these 2 files, which are Microsoft Visual C++ package updates. So once you install that, then you have to so I have a separate tutorial for this one, so I'll give the link on this tutorial. So just keep in mind, if you face that error, don't be alarmed, you just have to fix that. So otherwise you will be end up with this here. So you can so I'm gonna put a tick mark on launch WampServer 2 now and click finish. Then here you have to give permission to the WAMP manager, click yes. Okay, now we are good to go. You can see here, so the icon is green, mean now server is running. Okay, so you can click on this one. So here you can see this initial 3 buttons: start all services, stop all services, restart. So I'm going to stop. So when the service stop, it is in this red color, so you can start it. So once you start, so it will turn into green color. Okay, so how you can check the WAMP server? Okay, before check that, let's go to C. Alright, here we have this new folder WAMP. So these are the WAMP files, the files from this WAMP server. Okay, so let's open our browser. So if you type localhost and click enter, then if the WAMP server is running in green icon, then you can see this page. So this is the localhost, this is the page for when you should see when you type localhost. Okay, so it gives us information about our server configuration. We are running Apache 2.4, PHP 5.5, and then our MySQL SQL version is 5.6. okay, and apart from that, we have this important tools, this PHP info and PHP myadmin. So PHP info is just for check your PHP setting, and this one PHP myadmin is very important because this is the place where you can manage all your MySQL databases. So if I click, if I go to PHP myadmin, so here it is, this is the PHP myadmin page. So here you can see the current databases on your system, and if you go to databases, here you can create new databases. So we will have to do this after some time when we installing WordPress, so just keep it in mind. Alright, so now we are halfway there to installing WordPress on your local PC. We have just installed WAMP, means we have basic requirement for running WordPress, which is Apache, MySQL and PHP. We are running this on our computer. Alright, now let's see how to install WordPress. Okay, first we have to download WordPress, right? So I'm gonna just type WordPress into Google, so then you can go to http://wordpress.org. so this is the official website. So here you can download WordPress 4.0. so I'm gonna download it. Download WordPress 4.0 and start download. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so this is the zip file which you get after download. Okay, you have to extract this zip file. So I'm going to extract it. I'm using WinRAR, so you can use WinRAR or any other extracting software. So you will get folder, and inside that you have this WordPress folder. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this folder, and I'm going to C and WAMP folder. Inside this folder you can see a folder called www. So go inside to that folder, and here I'm gonna paste that WordPress folder. So if you go inside this folder, you can see this file structure. So just remember, this is the file structure of the WordPress site. Okay, you can see 3 folders: WP admin, WP content, WP includes, and some other PHP files. So now assume that I am going to create a site as my personal blog. Okay, so here I am going to create my personal blog site. So let's assume my blog name is Sunny Blog. Okay, so I'm gonna just rename this folder as Sunny Blog. So I can keep my folder hierarchy. So maybe you can have another site create maybe for your company, so you can have a different folder and put this again WordPress files there. So likewise, so in here I have the Sunny Blog. So initially we are good to go. There's a very important step that we should do, which is we have to give some initial information to the WordPress. So we have this PHP file which is WP -config -sample.php. Okay, I'm gonna open it with Dreamweaver. Okay, so here in the codes view, you have to give this three information. You have to create a database, and you have to give that database name to here, and then you have to know your database username and database password, because WordPress is going to need to log in to your database server. So for that, WordPress will need to know the username, database username and password to log in to the inside MySQL, so it can create tables, update tables, save information there. So we have to give database username here and password here. Okay, and then we have to give host name. So it's basically it's local host. Whenever you are working on local machine, it is the host is DB host is local host, so you can keep it as it is. Okay, when you install WordPress, either you can edit this manually, or you can do it automatically when you installing WordPress. So I'm not going to edit file here. I just wanted to show you. Okay, so just remember, in WAMP installation, so DB host is local host, DB user, this is the default DB database username is root. Just remember this term, root. And on a default WAMP installation, there is no password, so it's a blank password. So DB password, there's no password, you can keep it blank. So these are the default settings, just keep them in mind. Alright, so now the first thing we want to do is we have to create a database. So let's if you don't have this localhost, just open browser, then type localhost, and then go to PHP myadmin, and we are going to create a database. You go to databases and create a database. So I'm going to create a database. I'm going to give the name of the database as sunny_db, sunny_db. So I'm going to just copy this name. I'm going to place it on a notepad just for the temporary. So sunny_db and create it. So it's saying that the database sunny_db has been created. So on the left side you can see it just came to the left side. So this is the database sunny. So inside you can see there's no any table, but we have just created the database. So now we can use this information when we're going to install WAMP. Okay. Alright, so now we are ready to install WordPress. Okay, so I'm here, and here you can see our folder is here, sunny_blog. Remember, we place our WordPress folder here in this www folder and sunny blog. So if you notice here, it's listing all the folders from here. So if I create a folder here like 1 2 3, so it comes to here. See, so just this is the web interface for this folder. Okay, so I'm gonna just delete this folder. Okay, so I just need to type this blog name to my browser. sunny_blog and enter. So if your folder name is just WordPress, just type localhost/WordPress and enter. So it will take you to this language selection page. So you will need to know the following items before proceeding. Database name. So we know our database name is SunnyDB and username is, we know default username is root. Password, we know we don't have a password, so we can keep it blank. Database host is localhost. Okay. Table prefix, that's fine. So we have this initial information. So let's go to the installation. Okay, so this is the page that I said that the WordPress asks all the details automatically, so we can give them here. Okay. So I'm gonna close this one because we don't need that one. Okay, so the database name is sunny_db. Then database username is root. Database password, we don't have a password. Database host is localhost. So these are the default settings, and you have to be careful with the database name, you have to give it correctly. And table prefix, that's fine, so just keep it as it is, and then click submit. Okay, so then you just have to click the run the install button. Now here I didn't get any error messages, means I gave all the information correctly. Okay, so if you got any error like can't connect to the database or something like that, so maybe you are giving wrong information or giving wrong database names, so you may have to double check your details. Okay, alright, so in here we need to give some other detail about our site. So our site title, so as you said, I'm going to create my personal blog, so site name is Sunny Personal Blog. So my username is admin, so you can give any username. So remember, this is the site login username and password, like when you are logging to the Facebook, you are creating Facebook username and password. So this is like that. So this is the login for your website, your WordPress site. So my username would be admin, so you can give any name, but I prefer use admin. And my password would be 123. So you can okay, and then you can give your email. So I'm just gonna give a dummy one, sunnyblog@gmail.com, and then you can click, so it's asking allow search engine to index the site, so you can just keep it there because this is my local PC, so it doesn't matter actually. So click install WordPress. Alright, so that's it, you are install WordPress on your computer. So you can just log in, you can give your username .php. so I'm gonna just click login. Username is admin and password is 123. Alright, so this is the dashboard for the WordPress blogging. So you can view your site by going to visit site. So this is the this is how website looks when you initially created your site. So if you go into log into your site again. You can type /sunny underscore whatever your folder name. You can just view your site, and if you want to log into the site, you need to type wp admin. So remember, this is the login URL. So wp-admin, then give the username and password and login. Alright, and I just need to show you another thing. If you go to the WordPress folder, and here you will see a new file called wp-config.php. so just remember, this is the configuration file. So this is copied from this file, wp-config sample, and this was created from the installation process. If I open it, you can see the details are automatically written to this file. You see, this is our database name and database username, and there's no password and host. So just for your information. So folks, that's how you install WordPress. So once you install, you can do all sort of things, creating posts, creating pages, and creating menus, sort of everything. So hope you learn many things from this tutorial, and thank you very much for watching my tutorial, and let's meet on another tutorial.